All right, how's it going, you guys? Welcome to Scum Movie Night. Once again, my name is Alex, and I make music as Vulture Culture, and I do things like bartend and make YouTube videos about synthesizers. How's it going, everybody? And most importantly, I do Scum Movie Night on Wednesdays. As a lot of people have heard, Scum Movie Night has evolved to being many Scum things, but it's always scummy no matter what. Can you guys hear me correctly? And it looks like the chat is working, but let me know if you can hear my voice, because that is a common issue with things, and today is a technical issues day. So, yeah. Oh, you can hear me. That is so nice. So it is also screaming hot in my living room, so I'm going to adjust my air conditioning really quick. I always forget to do this until I'm live. It's always a thing. I don't know. So let's, just crank that motherfucker down. How's everybody doing? How's it going, Neil? FD, so good to see you. Who else do we have here? Amy, we've got Nikki, we got Kyle, good to see you again. We got my son Ryan. We got a lot of good motherfuckers up in this bitch. So how's everybody doing? How's your quarantine or your faux quarantine going? As a lot of things are starting to open back up and feel normal. Sort of. Vaccines going out. My buddy Nikki has had the vaccine, or at least the first one. Have you had the second, the booster? You can still get it if you've only had the first one, right? How's it going, Neil? That's what everybody wants to talk about nowadays at the bars, is whether or not I'm planning on getting the vaccine and stuff like that. Oh, this light's all fucked up. I don't think it really matters, but we'll just kind of get that there, okay. You get the booster on the 22nd, so that'll be really exciting to watch you either become immune to COVID or suffer dire consequences from getting the vaccine. Only time will tell. What else is going on? I don't know. You might notice that there are some new synthesizers behind me. I just got this stand in the mail today. They're on backlog through March or so, but I was able to get a used one, Stantastic 103, on Reverb, so that was pretty cool. And I've got a couple more synths over here, and then more in the back. Got a lot of synths for the YouTube channel. Yeah. She can't drink for 5 days. That's fucked up. Nikki, are you gonna start getting the shakes? You gonna have some DTs, babe? What's up? So anyways, real quick, if you haven't yet, like and subscribe to the channel. I always forget to say that. And Ryan and Gaetano and some of the other people we've had on the channel recently have gotten me into the habit of doing that a little bit. And of course, we're still selling merch up there if you guys are interested. What I always say, hashtag exclamation mark merch. We'll bring up the link in the chat. What else is going on? Not too much. I'm really excited. Tonight is actually, I'm excited because we've done so many different types of Scum movies or Scum movie nights recently. This is kind of nice just to be doing a solo endeavor, me and you guys watching a vintage horror movie. So that's kind of nice. So why don't we go over to the Scum schedule real quick, and we'll look at what's going on in the future. So next week, we're going to have the Ancient Aliens debate between Gaetano Contini and myself, moderated by Ryan Shelf. And the idea here is that Gaetano is a firm believer that not only do aliens exist, which I think is pretty reasonable, but that they've been to this planet, and in fact that they have influenced human progress. And I doubt that, and so we're gonna hash it out. And there's a lot of evidence that Gaetano's been putting together that I'm really excited to see brought out, and so that's gonna be a lot of fun. And we'll have Ryan, who's was on the channel last week for the first time, and it was really great to have him. Thank you again, Ryan. It was great to have your wealth of knowledge on display in front of everybody. So then the week after that, we're going to be doing a Scary Stories night. So if you guys missed it last month, we did H.P. Lovecraft stories that were audio dramatized in the 1940s, which were just insanely good. There's just something so nice about the experience of doing an audio version of Scum Movie Night. And so anyways, Quiet Please was a audio drama, radio drama company from the 40s as well. And they were sort of like the Twilight Zone before the Twilight Zone, Twilight Zone started in 1959. And in particular, one of the episodes which we're going to listen to is like really highly rated, so I'm excited about that. Then the following week, we're going to be doing the Scum Movie Night Rewind. The first Wednesday of the month, we go and watch one of the movies we've already seen on Facebook Live, but since we're now over on YouTube, I like that we can rewatch a movie at the beginning of the month with a guest from the chat. And by the way, before I continue on about the movie and the guest, I just want to say if anybody wants to be a guest on Scum Movie Night, please message me, let me know, because I am super excited to have all of you guys on eventually if you want to be on. Hey, how's it going, Birdo? I'm glad that I am on the TVs at Sneakers in Lake Worth. Such an honor to be back on the TVs every week. I love Sneakers. It is Lake Worth's late night bar, and just such an honor to be on the TVs, and I appreciate you and Kelly so much for having me up there. Anyways, back to it. So we're going to be rewatching one of my absolute favorite Scum movies, Vampire, which is so beautiful and gothic and just the most gorgeous movie of all Scum movies. It's from the 30s, and it is a black and white film, and it's not quite a silent film. It's actually got audio, but it's sort of like the missing evolutionary link between silent films and talkies, because they still use the title cards and stuff from silent films because they just weren't used to doing things in the new way yet. So it sort of feels like a silent film, but there is actual dialogue, and it is so creepy and so dark and so gorgeous. Gory gorgeous. Okay, then the following week, I am really excited to have Nikki on with me as a special guest. And she's going to be playing my third text adventure, Scream Thy Name Betrayer, which I wrote a whole soundtrack to, which is on Spotify. And she's going to be playing it for the first time. So we, at the beginning of quarantine, I did a playthrough where I narrated all three of my text adventures I've done. And that was fun, but I know how to beat my own games, so it's always a lot more fun to watch somebody who's never been through it before. I don't think you're gonna throw up, Nikki. I think you'll be fine. Scream Thy Name Betrayer is definitely the easiest of the three games that I made, so it's a very good intro to the series. And then if you have fun and you want them, maybe we can have you back sometime to do another one. Then finally, so far for what we have planned out in the future, and of course I always reserve the right to change my mind whenever I feel like it. This is just a vague sort of what I think will happen, but February 17th we're going to be doing our first Alfred Hitchcock movie on Scum Movie Night, which is fucking awesome. I love Alfred Hitchcock, and I did not realize that Alfred Hitchcock was actually, there were any Alfred Hitchcock movies in the public domain. And now that I know there are some, we're gonna probably watch them all, because Alfred Hitchcock is probably the greatest filmmaker of all time. I'm a big fan of David Lynch, but I understand he's not as universally loved as Alfred Hitchcock. So anyways, that's just a little heads up about what we're planning to do on the channel over the next month or so. I'm always adding stuff, and like I said, I'm always interested in ideas for things we can do. Really, this is Scum Family Night in more than it's Scum Movie Night. It's where we all get together and do something. And man, it is awesome that you guys have supported me so much by buying t-shirts and by tipping me And by subscribing, if you don't want to spend any money, but you want to help me out, one of the best things you can do is subscribe to my YouTube channel and watch those videos. Any of your friends that are into music and stuff like that, send them my videos, because I'm very, very, very close to YouTube monetization. And the biggest reason is because everybody watches Scum Movie Night every week. That's added so much to my watch time compared to what my YouTube channel was before. So I really just have you guys to thank. But we're very close, super duper close. But right now I think I'm at something like 800. We just got over 800 subscribers. So we're like less than 200 subscriptions to go. And then I will be very, very close. So, yeah, Amy, I'd love to have you on sometime when COVID's over, or at least everybody's vaccinated, or whenever seems to make the most sense for everybody. I know that we're all trying to navigate this COVID space, and it's still going on. I can't believe that all this time later, we're coming up on a year of COVID, and that's pretty fucking crazy. So, anyways, with all of that being said, why don't we jump in the movie for the evening? Tonight, we're going to be watching The Messiah of Evil. And as always, I'm going to try to see if I can do this transition smoothly, but I probably won't. There we go. Let us begin. That is so crazy, Neil, that people from that era needed nerve juice to calm patrons. Hey Annie, how's it going? All right, so one of the members of the Beatles just hit the ground. And let me know how the ratio of my voice is to... I feel like my voice is a little loud today. So why don't we turn it down just a little bit? Yeah, like that. This movie really gets right into it. We're not fucking around here. Love the color scheme. This movie was 1963, I think I saw. Definitely looks like a 60s dress. See how sweaty and disheveled he is? That's how I look when I go home from sneakers. Okay, perfect. I love this movie. Top 10. Clearly going to be on the top 10 Scum movies of all time. Oh, there was Lobster Night at Matthews? That sounds amazing. Okay, and I love this soundtrack so far. Talk about an incredible vintage synth soundtrack. It's my favorite. By the way, the beer tonight I'm drinking, since you mentioned Matthews, I'll shut up.
That nightmares are dreams perverted.
I like perverted dreams.
It wasn't a nightmare, but they don't believe me. They nod.
Let me turn the volume up just a
and
bit.
make little notes in my file, and they watch me now, waiting for me to scar my breasts, to eat insects maybe, or to lift my dress like some crazy old woman and urinate on the floor.
What the fuck?
But there's so little time left. You've got to listen.
What is fucking happening here?
Far from here is a small town on the coast. They used to call it New Bethlehem, but they changed the name to Point Doom after the moon turned blood red.
Port Doom after
Point Doom
the
doesn't look any different than 1,000 other neon stucco towns. But what happened there, what they did to me, what they're doing now.
Okay, so there's a lot to be said, but the color in this movie is gorgeous.
They're peering around buildings at night, and they're waiting. They're waiting for you. And they'll take you one by one, and no one will hear you scream.
Okay, so we're in an asylum, and she's lost it.
No one will hear you scream!
is Edmonds Oast Brewing Company. Honey Toasted Oats, which is a blonde ale brewed with honey and lactose from Charleston, South Carolina. There we go. Can you guys see that?
I went
So
there
shout
looking for
outs
my father. He used to spend winters in Point.
To you guys out there, all of you
Then,
guys,
after my
cheers.
mother died,
Thank you for doing this.
stayed.
Another night
And his
of
letters became our
scum
only contact.
joyousness.
Until recently, when his
Cheers.
letters became more and more bizarre and finally stopped.
I have little time now. I can't write again. You
All right, I think it's time for an eyebrow check.
Please, you must promise not to follow me. I'm afraid to see people anymore. It's better that I wait alone for it to come.
I agree, Stream Elements bot. Talk about an arch. She has quite a mommy-like. Oh, I love the vintage cars. I know Amy's a big vintage car fan. Oh. Okay, so the color in this movie is disgustingly good. What the fuck? Is he just... I'm worried that this is going to be one of those movies like Killer Driller. Well, not Killer Driller. What am I thinking of? Carnival of Souls. Where things just kind of happen. They just progress. God, she is gorgeous. In like a heroin chic sort of way. Oh, now he's just washing the window. Dirty man.
Dogs.
Pops off caps.
Stray dogs.
Doesn't sound like dogs.
Has to be. Has to be dogs. I've hunted in them woods out there. Nothing but quail and rabbits.
Welcome to Yeehaw
Rabbits don't
Junction.
make that
Yes,
sound.
exactly. It's definitely looks
Point Dune
just
headed.
like Yeehaw. For those of you who don't know,
Why do you want to go to Point Dune?
Yeehaw Junction.
Visiting somebody there?
I can't understand why anybody would want to go to Point Dune visiting. I mean, it's just a piss poor little town. It's deader than hell.
Piss poor little town, deader than hell. I'm worried that Mobile's going to put a copyright strike on this video.
You forgot.
Hello there. Fill her up?
$2. No knock.
Yes, sir.
No knock? Does someone smarter than me know what that is a reference to? Man, this guy's got quite an aesthetic. Oh my god. Holy shit, look at his eyes. Jesus. High octane, is that what that means? Interesting.
The machine's broke, lady. Don't you have any cash?
Well, no, but this is...
That's all right. Forget it.
Oh,
Get out!
This is actually tense. I'm involved. I'm invested already. It's because her eyebrows have such a high arch. I care about her. I care about her a lot.
Get your stamps?
Look at what a great shot this is cinematography-wise. Like how much taller he looks than him. Like the way they were able to set that up where he looks like he's looming. Yeah, Mobile's definitely going to put a copyright strike on this. Yeah, he's really creepy, Amy. I agree. Okay, so I wasn't sure what to expect about this movie, but so far, this is A+. I love the color grading, and I love the tension. Maybe it's a little bit albino-sogyny, so sorry about that, but he's, they definitely did a good job making him look creepy. And, yeah, I mean, it's a little weird, like he was just out there shooting his gun, so like I said, there's still that chance that there could be the, you know, carnival. So. Whoa, that's a lot of ketchup. Cheers to misogyny. Oh yeah, we're getting into some real driller killer. We're getting into some territory. Honestly, it kind of reminds me of Murder House. Not that long ago, we played Murder House on the channel. But this is like gorgeous. Like, is it just me or the colors in this movie just... I don't know. But yeah, I'm invested. She's got a lot of eyebrow arch. That means a lot. I'm not sure what happened. What I think kind of happened was the dirty redneck from Yeehaw went back into work, but the guy like snuck in. Whoa! What are we seeing? Oh, I have like a big pet peeve about fake jump scares. Like when it's a jump scare, but it's like just nothing serious. I think, well, I'll give it a pass for the 60s because this was still before jump scares got horribly overused. But yeah, she's got this like, something about her makeup bone structure combo is quite good. You know, I mean, I feel like if I saw her in real life, like in this room, it would be like she would look very alien and not attractive, but like in the context of the movie, with a very triangular bra. I'm a big fan of a triangular bra. I can use words. But yeah, it's like every shot of this movie is like super vibrant, but in this sort of, it's weird to say vibrant and muted, but like muted, vibrant 60s color sort of way. But definitely one of the more beautiful movies we've seen so far, just in terms of aesthetic. And the music is very driller killer-esque, where we're getting this wonderful vintage synth music. Is that a fake dog, but there's dog sound effects? Ah, that makes sense, Kyle. We're all tripping. We're not actually seeing this. Okay, so what are we looking at? We got some fake plants. Honestly, it doesn't look that different than this room where I've got a bunch of fake plants. Maybe she's tripping because she's hearing the sounds of the dead animals. Yes. This movie would be either very good or very bad on hallucinogens, and I'm voting very bad. I think like a shot like this with like the people in the background, heavy blue. But yes, I agree, Neil. Pleasantly disturbing. Every shot of this movie, though, is really good. I still haven't seen the new version of Cats. I don't know if I would love to watch it sometimes, but I mean, honestly, I enjoy SCUM Movie Night so much and all the movies that we watch that I haven't really been that into modern movies. That would be one, though, because just because it's horrible, everybody says. Or at least disturbing because of the weird CGI Uncanny Valley. One thing I can say that was...
June 30th.
Oh, I'll shut up.
3 nights now. I haven't slept.
Cheers.
I don't know how much longer I can keep this up. Visions are coming from areas of my mind that I don't understand. July 2nd. These grotesque images keep crowding in on me. At night I find myself wandering alone in town, catching glimpses of horrid animals I know can't be there. And along the dark beach, faces haunt me. Pale women with sleepless eyes and shadowy figures.
Pale women
toward the
with
black
sleepless
water.
eyes and shadowy figures is my shit. That is why I'm on this planet, is to find women like that and to try to seduce them.
He didn't return that
He
night.
was kind of doing a Sean Connery
I walked along
impression.
the beach in the morning.
I don't think it's
I'm sure he must
good to
have.
hit women, but sometimes
Coming out of the night
they
when
don't
Jesus
give you the
spoke up.
last word and you've got to
Back
do it.
into the daylight.
Yeah, so I'm so far, big fan of this movie. Just, ooh, yes, Witchy Bay, yes. Embrace your inner slut witch. Yes. She looks like she's ready for Bad Witch Burlesque. Which, by the way, you should go check out my
I drove into
friends.
town later. It was hot already. I saw an art gallery and I thought they might know my father.
Daddy
The art
issues.
dealer was blind.
Whoa, shit.
Her
That is
fingers
too
moved
clo-
like a pale spider over my face.
Yeah, that is distressing. How can you be an art dealer and be blind? BT dubs? Not to be blind phobic, but you sort of need to be able to see what you're doing in this line of work. Is that Morse code?
Joseph Lang? Do I know who he is? We do get magazines in Point Dune, which some of us can even read.
Well, I meant I'm looking for him. And I thought maybe you knew him personally.
Point Dune isn't an artist colony. I heard he did take people out there, mostly women, but they weren't from Point Dune. There were some people in this morning looking for your father, which means some people do like his brand of art.
Who were they?
I don't know. Strangers. I think they're staying at the Seven Seas.
Guy has no chill, no social cues there to be like, maybe I shouldn't tell her that her father is the leader of a sex cult. Oh, I'm glad, Annie. I'm always interested, if you guys don't mind, how many of you are watching this on a TV right now? I drop a raised hand emoji. Kyle, and whoa.
I'm as old as the hills.
Hey, is that the guy from
Mama
House on
delivered
Haunted
me
Hill?
herself.
I think this is the guy from House on Haunted Hill.
Between her legs, bloody little mess. Just about to feed me to the chickens.
I think it
Daddy
is.
said,
Would be within like
maybe
10
we could
years.
use a boy, Lottie. That's how I came into the world.
Hey, what's up, Eric? How's it going, brother? Yeah, I'm a big fan of putting it on the TV.
Excuse me. They said
Whoa.
at the gallery that you were looking for Joseph Lang. He's my father, and I just...
Just come in and close the door.
All I want to know is if you knew...
Close the door.
This scene is David Lynch as fuck. This is like some surreal dream. Look at her vibe, though.
Hard to remember back on things. But I remember the red moon my daddy told me about. Only once.
That use of the
Mama
word
gave me a
daddy
bad
made me
look
uncomfortable.
about it. He was only a boy himself then. He called it the blood moon. He said that was the night that he lost religion. He learned that men could do.
There's something I'm
horrible things.
obsessed about with these like 60s, 70s horror sexploitation films where they're just like super druggy.
I've got the munchies.
Like just...
Shut up.
Sorry, I didn't mean to laugh.
100 years ago, the moon started turning red up in the sky and things began to happen. It was like... the
This
red
is
and the moon
literally a
got up
fucking
there.
nightmare we're watching right now.
Because, the people were being jerked toward hell. Where the people started bleeding out of control. They found children eating raw meat. It was like the town was festering with an open sore. Until the night that they... Until the night they came down out of the canyon and...
Who came down, Charlie?
I'm like straight up distressed.
Charlie. Take the wine, Charlie.
Well... Thanks for your kindly hospitality.
Are we sure that this is Messiah of Evil and not Inland Empire? Jesus Christ.
I'm looking for my father. Do you know him?
I know of him.
Bye, Felicia. Yeah, those are some short-ass
We drove
eyebrows,
by the
Nikki.
gallery this morning.
The Stream Elements
I happened to see
bot.
one of your father's works in the window. I didn't know that he lived here.
They didn't have any of his paintings there.
Well, that's popularity. Because they did this morning. I offered to buy one, and the old woman said they weren't for sale. As a matter of fact, it was a portrait of you.
What?
Tom likes to collect things. Like old trunks.
This movie is just
Old-fashioned retort.
stress-inducing.
What's a retort?
Tony, you're half girl, half child.
And a monkey, Ryan.
Wit.
Sit on it, sister.
Whoa, okay, how did you get out there?
Don't be afraid.
I definitely think that's the
I'm an
guy from
ugly
House
old
on
man,
Haunted
but
Hill.
I'm
What do you think,
harmless.
Ryan?
It's about your daddy.
Stop saying daddy,
You mustn't
please.
hear me. I got him fooled. I get drunk, sleep on the sidewalk like a dog, and he let me be.
No shit.
I ain't crazy. Hello, Charlie.
What about my father?
You have to kill him.
What?
You're crazy.
You can't bury him. Don't put him in the ground. You gotta burn him.
Like, is he a
Put fire
witch?
to his body.
He's a warlock? He was in House on Haunted Hill. How's it going, Bucky? How you doing, my brother? I miss you. You weren't, did you miss SCUM movie night last
I
week?
spent the afternoon in town asking
I
about
feel
my
like you
father.
weren't here and I missed
The
you.
reaction was always the same. People would only stare or shake their heads and back.
So, to summarize for Bucky, in case anybody hasn't caught up with it, what's,
July 6th. Our Letty call this morning.
can someone summarize the
But
plot
couldn't
so
let her know I
far?
was here. My voice would have terrified her.
I agree, Nikki.
I make noises which don't seem human. And my mind is letting go.
Whoever's
I
playing
try
that
to
keyboard
remember
in the
the
background is my fucking hero.
But I can't. Instead, I think of death. Always death.
Every shot of this movie is like a fucking painting. Like, every one of them is just crazy. Oh my god, her bed swings from the ceiling with the fake plants on it. I didn't know I needed something so bad until this moment. That's she just woke up looking like this vibe. Yes, I think it would make me seasick too, but I still want to do it. Hello. Whoa. That's not the same girl from before, is it? Whoa. I guess it is? Question mark, because it's definitely the
What are you doing here?
the dapper psychopath. We came to kill you.
Probably I didn't want to wake you. You're very pretty when you sleep.
Total creep show. Oh. Hello.
I'm gonna take a nap. Wanna come?
Later.
I don't even have to make jokes about this.
Stay here.
So lecherous.
Just for the night. I'm willing to pay. We had a little trouble at the motel. You remember the old gentleman who was telling us the story?
Of course I do. He was mad.
Perhaps. But when they found him this afternoon, he was dead. The police came and questioned us. Needless to say, they weren't very understanding, what with me and my two Traveling companions.
Traveling companions.
And then suddenly every other motel locked and shuttered its windows. You're the only other person we know.
What happened to the old man?
Plot,
Found his
I guess.
body in the alley. He must have passed out or something. The police theorized that it must have been dogs.
Well, maybe the guy was shooting the dogs in the night of the gas station. Maybe he was doing something good. Just ladies not wearing much, I guess, for no apparent reason. She's handling this very well, this home invasion. She's keeping quite calm and composed.
I let them stay. I never understood why. It was as if I'd come into a foreign town where I didn't speak the language.
The audience
Sharing
doesn't
a house
understand
with
why
people
either,
I'd
but it's
never
okay.
met in my other life.
Would you like some more?
Yes, thank you.
Things are looking less druggy now. Things look very fancy. She's still looking a little Lake Worth as fuck.
Wind is strange.
It's like the Sirocco. It blows across the Mediterranean from Africa.
This movie
I was
does
born in
an
Portugal.
incredible job of making me feel
In a castle.
uncomfortable.
I thought it was a villa in Spain.
My mother was a Portuguese, aristocrat. My father was rich and American. I have a castle that stands above the sea. One of our legends tells us.
Tom, what are we doing in this shitty place?
I don't know.
This is the nicest place any of those three have ever been.
Every race has their legends. The Romans, the Greeks, even the folk here in Point Dune had their stories. I'm interested in this story about the Blood Moon.
This movie is evocative. And it's great. I'm curious to see by the end if we will grow tired of the sort of like dreamy, nonsensical nature of the way that the movie's progressing. I mean, I don't hate
Father
it.
doing
I quite like it so far. I feel like, yeah, it's David Lynch before David Lynch, but we'll see if it can sustain that through the whole thing.
Laura's quite the art critic. She used to model.
I hope that
She specialized in
the
exotic
albino man
clothing,
comes back.
Snakes.
Worried about using the phrase albino, as that feels politically incorrect, but it might, but I just don't know what the politically correct way to say that would be.
Why didn't you let him?
Laura, I am tired of having to apologize for you.
He is so misogynistic.
Yuck! This stuff is shitty tasting.
You're not supposed to eat the fuzz.
I love these intercut shots of the ocean waves crashing, and they're like a half-tone violet.
He said he
Like,
was a
ugh.
collector of old legends. He thought my father knew something of the legend of Point Dune.
I
I told him my
apologize.
father wasn't here. He said they could wait.
But yeah, he's super not interested. Oh, is this the sex cult? I want him to die so bad. I want the albino man to skin him alive. Pretty please. Dweeby. Oof, I'm not gonna go near this one, Neil. Oh, oh yeah, cue the porn music. Here we go. Come on now. Don't let me down, 1963.
Are you lost?
No.
No, I came to fuck.
I've been walking.
I love that,
seen the
like,
fires on the
on the pier mural, but like super 60s.
Good night.
And I love the fake plants. I'm a slut for fake
There
plants.
is something you could do for me.
What?
My zipper is stuck. On my vest.
I'm sure one of your traveling companions could help.
They're very angry with me. I get jealous when I'm around.
Even this is so uncomfortable.
How awkward.
Really? So if you just... It wasn't very hard.
No.
Oh
I'm
god.
sure you could have done it yourself.
This is the awkward.
Good night.
I just move you. Oh. She's getting jelly.
You don't just unzip a man and say goodbye.
I agree, Amy. Our main character is incredible. She's cleaned up pretty nice, though. Not the zipper I was talking about. I thought he was talking about either, Ryan. His clothing is good.
So am I.
Artie, thank you very much for the $4.20 donation. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Annie. So she's doing the heavy breathing. Whoa! I better put this towel on my face. Man, she...
Going out tonight?
I'm splitting.
Oh. How long?
Forever.
Oh. He is very rapey and awkward. He's a really good villain.
I'm tired. I'm tired of him. I'm tired of this place. He didn't get lost, you know. He came here on purpose. Why did
Look at this shot. Look at this, like, paint, the backdrops and stuff. It's just crazy good.
Like the beach? Maybe you could learn to body surf.
Agreed, Kyle.
He's just farting around.
Her eyebrows are a little bit more arched now. I feel like it's okay to care for her.
Mickey will take me in.
Who's Mickey?
He's a drummer.
Stay away from musicians, babe. Not the move.
You're just a kid. You'll be all right. He's giving me too many lines.
I like all body types, on men and women, but I do get a little triggered by the Twiggy thing from the 60s and 70s. I don't know when Twiggy was at her prime, but just the super thin thing makes me feel like she looks like she has a regular, like, amount of like healthy tissue on her body, but this one looks a little like gaunt. And I understand that, like, models look thinner than you would think. Like, whenever I would meet an international model in my previous life, they were always thinner than I realized in person. I remember I went to Disney World with a model, and I was putting sunscreen on her back. She asked me to. I didn't just do it like this guy does, like all rapey, like, but I was just blown away. Like, I was getting like freaked out by her back, because her back was like this wide from shoulder to shoulder, and it was like she had no fat or anything. It was like touching her bones. I was like, whoa. I mean, she looks great in photos when you can, like, you know, whatever. I mean, you kind of have to have a certain kind of look or whatever, like a sharp features sort of look, I guess is what it is. But I was just like, whoa, you know, like, I am not super, you know, I've got some healthy tissue on me, so I was just this little, you know.
Wanna ride?
Yes.
What the hell?
What the hell? Are you fucking kidding me? Lots of red trucks in this movie. Oh, we've got Albino Buddy. Okay, Amy. Here's your man.
You coming back from the waiting?
The what?
The waiting at the beach. You like Wagner?
Oh, yeah, sure. Super. You can, let me off in town.
This really feels like Lost Highway, the David Lynch film.
Been,
this came first, so I feel like Lost Highway kind of borrowed some from this.
Everybody was out there tonight, even the little creatures. I found a lot of them.
A lot of what?
Beach rats.
Beach? Whoa.
What's wrong?
He is like not driving the car. He's like way over here.
What do you do with them?
Do with them? I eat them. That's what I do with them.
Okay.
I've got another, if you'd like.
No, thank you. I'm just gonna get out right here.
You don't want it?
No. It's a very nice night to walk.
I like that they're just staring up at the middle of fucking nothing. Okay.
Jesus.
This is the first character that is mirroring how I feel. Thank God somebody was like, I feel like this whole movie, at every point, all of us would be like, no, stop. This is too weird. You guys have to go. And she was the first to actually be like, nah, I'm not into it. Oh, I know. I love the mices.
Hello? Hello?
Thank God for fake plants. I love the set design in this movie. I actually kind of love everything about this movie. I know you're not as into it, Amy, but ooh, look at these muscle cars. Every scene so far in this movie, there's been a sort of nonsensical, dream-like nature to the whole thing, which I like. But more than that, I like that this movie has made me deeply uncomfortable in a bunch of different ways. Like every scene, I get uncomfortable, but it's not the same kind of uncomfortable. I think the albino man is nightmare fuel, on par with the man. What is it from? What do they call him in Lost Highway? The Nightmare Man or whatever. And then the Dapper Man, for lack of a better phrase, the rejected Beatles member. He's totally fucking an evil villain, like really great. Got this wonderful creepy synth music going on. Like this checks all the boxes for me. It's got women with arched eyebrows and it's a nightmarish hellscape and beautiful color grading. That's all I need in life. Whoa. He or she looks much more weird than I realized. She is beautiful. She cleaned up nice. The first scene, she was really Jersey. Yeah, her hair is looking very nice. Okay, wait, that's not the guy. She does look benzoed out all the time. Which, you know, was a sort of a look for the era. She looks really benzoed out right there. Oh, we got a lot. Whoa, oh my God. Are those all those people from the back of the car? No, I think they're different. We've got like Gavin McInnes. This is what grosses you out? Oh, they're all like zombies or something. Just eating raw meat. Just raw dogging it. And she's running, but they're not chasing. Oh, they are chasing. I thought it was just the sound sounded like she was the only one moving. She's not. I would definitely take the heels off. She's Jurassic Worlding it, where she's just got the heels on. Oh, she dropped the purse. Okay. Oh. Take something and break the window. Nope. I love that the soundtrack here is just them like clogging along. With like some porny sax in the background. Whoa. Shit. Oh. Oh. They're hungry. Oh. Oof. Unemployed NASA workers, that's incredible. Holy shit, this movie's good so far. I really like it. By the way, I'll take this second just to sell out. If you guys appreciate what I do, you can always support me directly, or maybe it's this, by going to the link in the chat, streamelements.com/vultureculture/merch.
About Point Dugan a century ago, and a dark stranger arriving, and the monstrous things that happened to people when he came.
I wonder who the dark stranger is.
I thought I was going mad, but worse now. I think the hideous things I'm seeing are not imaginary.
This reminds me of the H.P. Lovecraft audio drama of The Outsider. Anyways, if you appreciate what I'm doing, you can support me directly by going to merch. I'm sorry, streamelements.com/vultureculture/tips. Link is in the chat. And if you guys want to buy any of the t-shirts that are at the bottom of the screen here, those also are a really great way to support me. Plus, you get a really great t-shirt. And recently, we've added a bunch of colors because although I wear almost all black and the occasional white shirt, people are saying they wanted purple and green and stuff. So I added that to a bunch of the shirts. We've got iPhone cases that say you fucking with some witches and plants, stuff like that. So it's a really great way to support me. Plus, you get cool stuff. And everybody who tips every week, I know some people wait till the stream's over to tip me because they don't like when it shows up on stream. That's okay too. But I really appreciate everybody. So just want to sell out real quick. And yeah, back to the movie.
It's not that I care. It's just that I'm scared.
That is one seriously.
Thank you very, very much.
I tried to sleep.
Oh. So I have no clue who you are. I'm benzoed out, man, but thank you very, very much. I appreciate you. And I appreciate your support. You guys who tip every week and buy the t-shirts and stuff like that, you are the ones who make this all possible. I would not have been able to keep doing Scum Movie Night if you guys hadn't been, if it wasn't for your generosity. So thank you very much. For everybody who tips tonight, but also everybody who's bought a shirt or tipped in the past. Thank you very, very much. Very much. I can words. Okay, so what's going to happen to... Oh, I love this, like, POV shot. Yes, Annie, thank you very much. Annie always tips me in person. So these point of view shots are totally creepy, like handheld. So we're back to our heroine. Always is a strong word, you're correct, Annie. Most of the time I'm at Revelry on Thursdays.
Tom.
Father?
Father? For some reason, I don't think it's Daddy. Put the tits away. The wind knocked over the painting? But yeah, this movie is just gorgeous. Hey Neil, have a great night. Thank you so much. Good to see you, brother. This drone is intimidating. I kinda wanna sample it. Use it in a song. Ooh, is that blood?
I felt like I was losing control.
Losing control. It's not nightmares any longer, but something like a sickness that's still there with the sunrise.
Something like a
I
sickness.
think my body is being taken over by some unspeakable evil that's turning me into...
What is, Amy, the movie Suspira, I think it's called? Something about this reminds me of that. Maybe it's the synthesizer music and the hallucinogenic quality to it and the vivid colors. But I believe that was one of the last movies I saw with the Morbid Movies thing in Lake Worth. I wonder if they're ever going to be able to go back to that. Suspiria, yeah.
What's wrong?
I don't know. The light was on in the studio. I thought maybe I thought someone was in there.
Look at that fern over the bed. Over this, like, porn bed that you could fit 14 people on.
You've been having bad dreams. Come on, get in.
Are you gonna go cuddle with the psychopath? Oh. I miss Morbid Movies, too. Thank you, Bucky. Yes, a huge thing that helps is
I don't know what
liking
else
the
to do.
video and subscribing to the channel if you haven't yet.
Nobody in town knows him.
All these
I don't know
girls
where
get
else
really
you go.
jelly. Considering they're in like a cult.
Letty, I think you should leave here.
That's a great idea. Why don't you both leave? Then maybe I could get a little sleep.
Big mood. She's on to something. Oh, she'll go sleep on the swing bed. After she's done with her temper tantrum. Fuck you guys. Yeah, she's definitely got the spirit animal. She's got some thick thighs too. Appreciate that healthy tissue. Even though her, whoa, we got some cakes. Even though her sort of, hardcore drug thing kind of isn't my favorite. It's not my favorite, you know. Ooh, is she having the hallucinations too? Thick thighs, my demise. That's funny. Dude! Dude! What the fuck was that? That shot right there reminded me of The Ring.
Hello?
So bad.
Yes, it is. What? I don't...
Never seen someone make a
Where?
like a robe dress look so good. Whoa, what's good? Is this Daddy? Just coming out of the ocean.
The police said it must have been a mental problem. They had picked up my father twice in town. He was found wandering around before dawn. He never knew where he
Yes,
was.
definitely the worst room for
What
sleeping.
he was
What the
doing in the
fuck
dark
is going on here?
And then, people reported seeing him on the beach,
Is he going all like
building a
Waterworld?
huge sculpture.
A huge...
The tide must have collapsed it on top of him.
Oh. That's him? Amidst the kelp?
After this is over and we get through with some paperwork, I think you should take the young lady out of town. We're not really a tourist town, and strangers only bring problems.
So Dad just was making a sculpture on the beach. Just appeared out of nowhere to make a sculpture on the beach, but managed to kill himself while doing it accidentally. That's where we're at with plot so far? Am I missing something?
July 20th.
Usually I miss a lot.
The world were destroyed tomorrow.
Because I'm not paying attention.
They will all be rebuilt to look like Point June. Entirely normal.
But I feel like I'm...
Quiet.
Man, she is benzoed.
Silent.
Sadness benzos.
Shared horror and common. I know it's hiding.
Look at that makeup, though.
Stucco skin.
Yeah, there's no way they would have let her on scene and let her just touch the body. But I don't think I'm missing anything of the plot. I think, like, this is the plot.
How sweet the
Whoops, sorry, I didn't mean to kick that.
that saved a wretch
I don't know, Nikki.
me. I once was lost, but now
None of the women in this movie have ever heard of a bra before. Except for the main character.
I remember the night my father died. He was coming home from work, drunk. His stuff
started bleeding out of control. They found children eating raw meat. And it was like the town was pestering with it.
Did he just, like, not give a fuck about what she was about to say?
Until the night that they...
We're never gonna leave this place.
Until the night they came down out of the canyon and...
Say what you want about him, but he can wear the fuck out of a vest. I agree, lady.
It came while you were gone.
I want to rub myself on him, too.
I don't know. I heard this noise at the other end of the house. It sounded like somebody crying. I looked all over, but I didn't see nobody. I'm bored.
Why don't you, go to a film?
A what?
A movie.
Can't do that during COVID.
Great. I get to take the car. Then you two can be alone together.
The
I sat
jealousy.
in my father's chair.
You
The
don't think
mundane
so?
scenes around me were of Point June.
He
They were
definitely
slightly
thinks he looks good at a
distorted
vest,
before
Annie.
As if they were hiding some
Yeah,
message.
me either, Amy.
Just as I knew now.
She looks like she's aging
Town was hiding
rapidly.
some dark fear.
She looks really pale. Like she's dying.
July 21st.
July
My body
21st.
temperature dropped to 85. This morning I passed blood again.
I passed blood again?
Thing that's taking over my body. No longer needs human blood.
Ooh, you're fucked. Got a little ear leak. So is he the Dark Stranger?
Already?
I think he is. But then again, it could be the albino man. Despite eating rats and killing people, well, he might be killing zombies, the albino man, you know? Like, he might be actually, like, the secret hero of the movie. That'd be a kind of a fun, I don't know if I'd call it quite a twist, but a, you know, subverted expectation. What a beautiful shot. Oh my god. Yes, Annie, that's my biggest gripe with YouTube. But the very fast chat, as well as the fact that I can stream in 1080 instead of 720, And whoa, you're gonna just cook your shit? Cook your fucking hand? And the fact that I can,
Tom, I didn't
we're not
feel
like
it.
getting shut down constantly.
Why
Because I
didn't I
mean,
feel it, Tom?
I don't know.
we weren't even listening to copyrighted content, but I think now the Facebook algorithm's tuned to even like music.
Human blood.
So, oh my god, oh, it's the blood moon, I guess. Right, it's kind of like an artistic impression of the blood moon. That was the thing we've been talking about this movie, right? Good copy without dust. Yeah, this is a great copy. It just looks
Fine.
so good.
Long, almost feminine fingers. He was ashamed of them in a way. He used to laugh and say that after the revolution he'd be shot. That pale hands were the mark of a decadent life. That's how I knew. Tom, why did they lie to me? Those weren't his hands. They were coarse and large.
Daddy
That wasn't my
large.
father.
You sure?
Yes!
Tony.
Kiss tomorrow goodbye. Okay, so now the plot is that the cops are trying to fake her out with a man who's not her dad, but they're saying is her dad. And I guess because the face was hidden, it wasn't obvious, but she could tell by the hands. That's where we're at with the plot. Is she just losing it and she's kind of like going through a paranoia thing where she thinks everybody's out to get her and they like faked her father's death even though that really was her father? Is she wearing, what do they call that, fringe? Oh my god, that is the most 60s outfit ever. And I love it. Oh, so she's going to the movies but they're shutting the lights off? So they're closed, question mark? But we've got four motherfuckers in here. Alright. You know, some people were telling me the other day that they watch the, someone was telling me that I was surprised of, that was watching the SCUM movie night at Sneakers, for instance. And I was like, wow. Like, not only are there everybody who's watching right now, which, like last week, I think we had 18 people watching at a time, which if I was in front of a room of 18 people, I would be freaked the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like, just trying to be whatever. And then when you think about it, like, and then everybody who's at that bar's watching it, like, man, like, this is a lot of fucking people. It's not like this theater where there's only 4 people watching. Like, there's a lot of people watching SCUM movie night right now. Right now, SCUM movie night's doing better than this movie in the SCUM movie. Not to get too meta. Yeah, they have me on the TVs tonight at Sneakers every Wednesday. Berto and Kelly are so good.
You can't take all 3 of us. Wrong.
Gone with the West. Is this a real movie or is it just like a faux movie for... Yeah, popcorn would be great for this. Ooh, who's coming in? What a creepy looking woman. Popcorn gets a bad rep, but it's actually pretty filling. It's a real movie, Bucky? Okay. Yeah, it looks like the budget's way above what this movie can do.
Life isn't always milk and honey, free without care. Life isn't always fair and sunny. Life isn't always...
A lot of people showing up. I think it's all of the fucking zombie motherfuckers. recent film. I love okay, so it's like the sound of explosions going off, but it's also like sex, and now the whole theater is full. Oh, there's the albino man. He kind of looks like Joe Biden in the darkness. Not from that angle, but from the angle. Let me see. See if we get another good one. I feel bad. I feel like they casted like the least attractive people, and they're like, "You're gonna be horrifying." And they're like, "What are we gonna do to make you look horrifying?" And they're like, "Well, we're just gonna have you be you. That's good enough." Oh, really? That's funny, Bucky. Yeah, this is very creepy. Everything about this movie is very effective. But see, it kind of looks like Joe Biden there.
Your good little tin Marshall. Clark has got to be paid for his tune. Not just with money.
Glad they're socially distancing. Wish everybody was wearing a mask, though. Oh. We got a little bit of a problem there. Guitar playing. Oh shit. Not even that big booty can save you. Yeah. Got me. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, this movie. This movie is honestly maybe one of the most disturbing SCUM movie nights that we've had. Like, I think this movie is distressing in a very modern way. It is a little surreal. Yeah, she's gone, Amy. But it's like, it's very effective horror. It's very effective at every mood it tries to conjure. It isn't necessarily worried about being consistent or making sense. But it's like, if you just go scene by scene, like the whole movie together doesn't really flow very well, but like one scene at a time, each scene is like really good. Yeah, I hate doggy deaths. It's not what I'm into. The poor mouse earlier. Hello, intimidating bird statue. So this is the grocery store where sex cult member number 1 got eaten. Annie, that's funny. Yeah, just the combination of the crazy color, the psychopathic male characters, the incredible vintage synthesizer soundtrack, the editing and the way that they directed this into being one sort of a thing is just like... The closest comparison is Driller Killer, where Driller Killer, although I think I like this better than Driller Killer, the aesthetic of Driller Killer is just fucking insane good, but this one's actually much more visually beautiful. It's kind of like Vampire level beautiful, so if you, just to sell out for next week, if you like beautiful movies, Vampire is my favorite so far. Like if we were just talking aesthetically, I think Vampire is the most beautiful movie I've ever seen, and it's black and white. This is probably the second most beautiful. Just the color in this and the sort of warm, vintage film, vibrant green and pink and orange and blue and purple that we get. It's just really good in that department. I can see someone not liking this movie because they're not into the surreal thing, and the acting is totally just... like that, like just totally, you know, but whatever. That's not what this movie's about, really, is it? It's about a sense of mood. Whoa, shit. She got up on him. Oh, but he defended himself from the gilf. Okay, we're running again. Running. What happened to the crowd? We sort of have like these two scenes intercut here. Very, climax of Phantom Menace. I guess they can run, Nikki. I don't know. Really interested, really cool music there. Sounded like a ring modulator. For my synth geeks out there. You know, like I love you. Gotta call them out. They've done a very good job, Amy, of slowly making her look deader, you know? At first I thought it was just like in one scene that she looked a little bit like the lighting was a little off.
Please. You've got to help. We only live a couple blocks from here.
I have a thing for running mascara.
We were watching TV when we heard them. They came crashing through the sliding glass door, making that noise, that awful noise. We tried to get the children, but they already had them in the hall. They went after them like sharks. My husband dragged me out, and we
I don't know, it's confusing, Amy. It's kind of like...
But it didn't stop.
It's sort of like a zombie movie is happening around her. But as far as her personal plot goes, she's having a much more Ringu style, like she's cursed, having to do with her father or something. Oh yeah. What was that in the background? You guys saw that in the background? Oh wait, maybe that's just a mannequin. To me it reminded me of the homeless person behind Mulholland Drive.
I'm very
Yeah,
sorry.
it's definitely cannibal zombies, blood moon. Could be. Oh, it's time to. What are we doing here? Excuse me? What? Are we oh god, I have like a thing about needles. I didn't realize I had a thing about needles till this moment. Oh shit.
My finger was nearly severed. Without feeling any pain, I ripped
Nearly
it off the
severed.
joint.
Oh yeah, okay, Nikki. Oh god. That one really got me. Yep, this is the most distressing movie. But yeah, she's definitely like, oh, what do we have here? We have a little buddy. We have a little fake cockroach in the mouth. Oh. Oh, she had a little lizard in her. Lizard looks like, I don't want to be in the sink. Okay. So yeah, this is like the most viscerally... Hey, what's up, Cakes? This is the most viscerally painful in a good way movie we've seen so far, I think. There's one other one that was kind of like this. Again, Driller Killer has a very similar vibe. 60s, benzoed, atmosphere. Atmosphere first, plot second.
You are ordered to disperse.
Two cars, yeah. Oh, you know, I just put something together. I bet the gas station attendant was shooting zombies, not dogs. Right? Seems incredibly obvious right now. Oh, even that cop's turned into a... Okay, that guy's fucked. Yeah, definitely, that's a very good theme description. I hadn't really thought about there. Oh, they're in Riviera Beach. No wonder it's so, like, such a hellscape. But yeah, Bucky, I think that's an incredibly insightful way to think about this movie. Yeah, he's kind of, it definitely has like a sort of like, he's the Four Horsemen or something. The Dark Stranger. Welcome to the Raw. Ugh. I know I said she was too thin before, but she's looking thick as fuck right now. Okay, is this... Who are we looking at here? Is this Daddy? Tom? Is Tom... Beatles reject? Who is this?
Father?
It is Daddy.
Valerie, I tried to warn you. I dragged one of the bodies they killed up on the beach, but you still didn't leave.
Ah, I see.
Little time left. You'll have to go. Tell people on the outside. Warn them that what happened 100 years ago is happening again.
What?
Listen.
Listen.
Please listen.
She is beautiful, even as she dies.
100 years ago, a hunter first saw him.
Oh, we get a nice little flashback. Ah, we get to see who the Dark Stranger originally was. What actor does he look like? What guy am I thinking of? Paul Rudd? Is that his name? Kind of reminds me of that. Mustache is good. It's a
He
thick...
told the hunter that he had been a minister.
Oh, I think it is.
With the Donner Party. He passed that horrible winter with them and saw men commit hideous acts. He said that he himself had eaten human flesh, but had survived because he had faith. Faith in...
Kurt Russell, yeah, definitely.
The hunter didn't understand when the Dark Stranger said he was spreading this new religion.
I love the shot of the horse.
When they
Yeah, this movie is good. There's actually more to the like a plot
as if
starting to kind of add up and be a little less
by
nonsensical.
Some kind of animal, half-eaten. As he was dying, he told them of the Dark Stranger. And they assumed he was delirious. When he went into a fit, biting at them like a
The
rabid
Dark
dog,
Stranger.
they shot him.
Oof.
Dark Stranger watched the chaos. And he walked into the sea and said he would return 100 years later to a world tired and disillusioned.
A world looking back to old gods and old dark ways. Our world. You've got to go now. Most of this town is infected. It's got to be destroyed before the moon turns blood red and he returns to lead them up the coast and inland into the cities.
We can both go.
They took me and they did this to me.
Yeah, I really like it too, Ryan. It's actually very interesting. Well done. Well, Daddy is trying to kill the daughter he was trying to save. I feel like Daddy's just like a hallucination or something. Maybe not a hallucination, like a spirit. Because I feel like Daddy's long dead, but then he tried to warn her. But maybe not. Maybe he's alive still. Just fucked up. I don't know. Very hard with the surreal movie. Well, okay. There's the paint that they use instead of blood. Right? Good thing I'm joining the Blue Man group now. That's the true horror, is joining the Blue Man group. She looks rough. Daddy's the devil? Perhaps. Mayhaps, Annie, mayhaps. The Smurf stranger. The dark Smurf. The blue Smurf group.
I can't. I already tasted human flesh.
Oh, what do we have here? Yeah, scissor. Get him. His eyes for that split second when he knew what was going to happen. Oh, that was amazing. Oh, she's crying. But his eyes, that was hilarious. Oh.
If you love your daddy, you will kill him.
Oh my god. It's all coming together. This movie is good. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I think this movie is awesome.
Can't bury him. Don't put him in the ground.
I don't care if people think this movie's bad. I think it's great.
Put fire to his body.
Alright, Amy, we just have to agree to disagree. Oh, good thing he's lubed up so she could escape. Oh, she's gonna burn him. Wasn't that what he said? Something about burning him? You have to burn him? Yes! Roast his ass. Kill it with fire. It's time to watch Daddy burn alive. And you did it. You did it to him. But yeah. Oof. Dark. I love it. Oh, the arm moved. Whew. Okay. Well, now that she's
Arletty?
fulfilled her Oedipal complex, can we, is that the end of the movie? Like, she just had to kill Daddy? Those oil paints, though. Gotta be careful. Should have used acrylic. Love that she was able to set them on fire, but like, oh, the house is still smoking. But like, nothing else in the house burned. All of these paintings, extremely flammable paintings, and nothing burned.
Arletty?
So what does he think about this? Considering it's... I mean, hey, don't fuck with the fake plants, bro.
Arletty?
You fuckface.
Arletty?
But considering he's the Dark Stranger, we're 98% sure, right? Like, there's kind of a chance that he's not. But it seems like he had the same hair, right? He's looking tan as fuck. He's looking library as fuck. He looks like that's my outfit at the library. The unbuttoned shirt over the vest with the tan chest. That was like so funny how it just like barely penetrated his skin. I guess it didn't work.
Why didn't you leave?
I came back here to get you.
Maybe he's not the Dark Stranger? Maybe he's a hero? I don't know.
Tom, it's too late.
My Friday morning. We even have like a ring on the same finger. I don't like how fucking similar this guy is to me. He's ripping off my style. Yeah, dude. The dry cleaning? Sorry, Annie. Was I talking about dry cleaning? I don't remember what we were talking about, Annie.
They're traveling in packs like wolves.
They're just like wolves, except they'll eat you like wolves. Oh, we better hug, even though you just tried to stab me. So is he or is he not the Dark Stranger? I feel like he's the Dark Stranger, but like...
We were in a forest.
Like, what's his endgame then, right? What's his, like, real thing? Hey, what's up, Zach? How you doing, brother? Just coming into the end of this acid trip of a nightmare.
What you were thinking.
Yeah, I agree, Bucky.
You said you were thinking about...
My mother made me a blanket just like that. I should bust it out for next SCUM movie night. You guys should remind me. She, like, knitted it. Or, knitted? Is that the right word? Crocheted, I think.
Then we came to a village and we spent the night in a wood room. The next day it was so cold. We stayed in bed to keep warm.
That's one way to get in. Oh, that sounds so good, Annie. So cuddly. That sweater is making me laugh. Oh, and the Adidas shoes. Guy's facial expression's fucking priceless. They are scarier though than the Last Man on Earth zombies, so for that I give them credit. They did more with the same amount of makeup, basically. Yes, Ryan, I know I probably just upset some people. I want to say my mother crocheted it.
Get out.
Damn. Yes! Yeah, okay, running on the beach. Love that synth. Okay, I'm in the movie. Let's feel like we're getting close. He's fucked up. Reminds me of The Terror. Remember the beach shots on The Terror? Jack Nicholson? Nicholson? I always fuck it up. Alright, I love you too, Dark Stranger. I was hoping there were some sea lions on this beach. That would have really kicked this movie up for me. would have made it the best movie. It would go straight to the top of the list if there were sea
We thought we must
lions.
have made it out of the town. And then we saw the first one.
He looked like he was about to bust his trousers off and give it to her. Till they saw the zombie. Wait here, bitch. There's more. Oh, look
They were
at
coming down
his
to the
abs.
beach as they did every night.
He's kind of hot now. I know he's
Stare at
like
the ocean.
disgusting and rapey, but he's like kind of getting a little bit whatever. He doesn't have these daddy arms though. He's got a
We could go
little
no further.
spindly arms.
They were all around, watching us, staring at us,
The guy in the purple
as if we were
shirt.
trapped animals. Caught, already bleeding, yet still struggling hopelessly.
Okay. Are we gonna
We hoped
outswim the
to make it to one
zombies?
of the small boats on the horizon, and then we would drift out and head for safety down the coast. He was having trouble with his arm. I had hurt him. And now I couldn't help him.
Let's drown.
Boats
That'll
didn't
save
seem
us.
any nearer.
Boat seems very near. You could definitely swim to that boat. You could drift to that boat if your arm was fucked up.
Tom!
Is that his name, Tom? You fucking... Maybe everything will go back to normal now that he drowned. Yeah.
And the
Drowning.
last thing I saw was the setting sun. They hadn't let me drown. They had pulled me from the water. They had prevented my last escape. That night, most of the town was on the beach. They built their fires, not for warmth, but as beacons to be seen from the black ocean. They dressed me in an old gown. I was to be offered, and following their prophecy, the moon turned blood red, and the dark stranger returned.
Is that Dolly Parton? No, not quite. What the fuck is happening?
He let me go with a story that condemned me, knowing that they wouldn't listen. He was right. I made it back.
Wait, is she in a insane asylum?
He told them of the dark stranger, and they assumed he was delirious. When he went into a fit, biting like a rabid dog, they shot him. The night the moon turned blood
Red and the moon got up there.
horrible, pale creatures
Closer,
who were
the
no
people were
longer
being jerked, Lord hell.
crashed into farmhouses and gorged themselves.
Men could do horrible things.
For
Like
an
animals. Folks with shoes on the streets 100 years ago.
During the day, they let me out with the
Ulysses Faraday.
We sit in the sun and wait. We sleep. And we dream. Each of us dying slowly in the prison of our minds.
Oh, we're back to this shot.
And at night, I roam the empty halls, listening to their whispering. I try to find someone who can hear me, because I have to warn them that back there in that small town on the coast, they're growing in number and moving out into the rest of the world, spreading their sickness. And in order to live, they'll take you one by one
and no one will hear you scream. No one will hear you scream!
Phil and Bishop is amazing. Wow. Huh. Wow. Okay. How do I feel? Unwell. Inside. My body. This goes below Driller Killer to you, Amy? I don't know. Hard to say. Very, very hard to say. Wow. That was something else. Really difficult to categorize that one. Yeah, I feel like it deserves the first column. Wow. That was something else, for sure. All right. Let's go look over the SCUM ranking. I need a benzo too. That was fucking insane. Okay, so I fucking love that movie. The ending, at first I thought the ending was gonna be like this thing where I was like, nope, now I hate this movie, but in a way it's kind of perfect for the movie because it's like I said, if you try to make sense of the movie and how every scene strings together, it's kind of doesn't work. But it actually kind of does. Like they sort of filled in a lot of holes with that little when Daddy came to life right at the end. But then more than anything, the ending just made me feel discomfort, and that's what this movie is. It is a bad acid trip simulator. Truly horrifying. I want to say, I'm looking at the list right now. You guys tell me if there's anything that scared you more, but I think this might have been the scariest movie, in my opinion. Because a lot of the other horror movies are not that scary by modern standards. Looking. I mean, I think Horror Express was pretty scary too. But honestly, I think this did the most visceral sort of horror. It's more of like a visceral disgust kind of horror. Something like that. Right above Tarzan. Alright. This is where it gets difficult. So, God damn it. This is tough. It cannot go above Vampire McClintock Suddenly. Last Man on Earth. Hound of the Baskervilles, I think, is better than this. Tarzan and the Green Goddess is close. But I want it to go pretty high. I think I don't know. I think Berto is right to put it somewhere around Tarzan. I was thinking between Tarzan and Dressed to Kill 2, Ryan. I think it really does earn something of a, like, you know, and of course it's very hard to categorize things like how do you compare McClintock or even Tarzan to Messiah of Evil. But the truth is, I think that was one of the best SCUM movies we've seen. I know Amy right now is like pissed at me and is thinking to herself like, okay, I'm never gonna watch another SCUM movie because Alex is so stupid. And I accept that. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people who are probably looking at this list, especially if you haven't been following since we were on Facebook Live, which is where we started, you might be thinking to yourself, how the hell is Night of the Living Dead in the third column? You think this was better than Night of the Living Dead? Well, guess what? I do. I think Night of the Living Dead is a good movie, but there's just so many great public domain movies we've seen so far, and this was one of my favorites. I know that's weird, and the SCUM movie ranking is, of course, first and foremost, my favorites, not necessarily the best objectively, because if it was objective, I'd have to rank Night of the Living Dead a lot higher. But that movie just worked. Like, if the point of a movie was to make you feel something, that was one of the most evocative films I have ever seen, period. I don't care if you're talking horror or whatever. Now, there was a lot wrong with it. The acting was not amazing. There was a lot that could have been worked on. So I'm not saying it was the greatest, but it was one of my favorites, and it was definitely the most distressing, disturbing film I think we've seen so far. And that's worth something to me. I mean, like, whatever the next funniest movie is, like when we watch a really funny one, whatever the funniest movie should be in the top 10, right? And whatever the scariest movie should be in the top 10. The only reason it doesn't hit top 10 is because of the acting and the plot being so dreamlike and not as good as Vampire in terms of dreamlike nature, you know, because Vampire's dream is less sensical, but just gorgeous. It's just like a poem. This suffered a little bit from production quality and stuff. The very orange paint looking fake blood, last man on earth-esque vampires. But I think it's good, and I am sorry to disappoint you, Amy. Amy is a horror movie mommy. She's the one who started doing the movie nights that I used to go to. So it's really great to have Amy on the channel now. And yeah, it did make me make that face a lot. There is a lot of scenes in this movie that made me go, and not just that, there was almost no scene in the movie that didn't make me feel something. Probably awkward horror or like distress. The only thing that would have made it better is if the albino man had like a little bit of a twist at the end or something. I really feel like the albino man was not utilized to his full potential. You know what I mean? Like, it would have been awesome if he had been there at the end as like the final villain, or the final, maybe he's like a hero in disguise or something. That would have been really cool. But I mean, overall, bravo, whoever made that movie. It was surprisingly good. So yeah. Yeah, I really love having had Gaetano and Ryan Shelf here. I quite like doing the stuff with guests, and we're going to have Jackie and Nikki next month. And you know, I like, you know, we're taking steps forward here with the channel as far as going beyond just doing just movies with me by myself. I'm really interested in expanding the channel, but also not losing what we have as far as like, I really love Scum Movie Night and what we've been able to do with it. So that's first and foremost for me, is to make sure that whatever we do with this channel, that it is the thing that you guys show up for every week. And thank you guys so much for showing up for it, because if it wasn't for you guys, this wouldn't be happening. So yeah, more albino man would have been better. I do need hugs after movies like this. This movie and the other most evocative was actually Last Man on Earth. Now I think about it, when we rewatched it on YouTube, me and Ryan were really having a great night talking about stuff around the movie. But the first time I watched Last Man on Earth, I almost cried. It was so sad. I was really into it. Well, we appreciate you putting this on the screen at Sneakers. I love that very much. And for everybody there, hello. I love you guys. I'll be over soon, Berto. I'm sorry I have not been out since I've seen you. So, yes. Yeah, no more mice eating. That is my, like, one of my things, is I don't like when animals are used as a cheap way to, you know, manipulate the audience emotionally, but still have all the humans on screen. Like, that can be a little bit of a thing. But anyways, I really like this movie. This is one of my favorite Scum Movie Nights, and I don't remember exactly where it was. Let's look at this Scum ranking real quick. What rank was this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's in the top 13 Scum movie. That's pretty great. We've done a lot of movie nights, so for it to be in the top 13. It's crazy to think, though, that there's like 12 movies better than that that we've seen. Just really awesome. So anyways, guys, I love you so much. I hope you have a wonderful night. I'll see you later. Bye.